Hello, welcome to the Peter Repeater, episode 40. We've done 39 episodes, and this is the big 40, coming of age. Next set of 10. It's not quite a decade, but if it wasn't my age, it would be a decade. 40. One a year for your whole life if you've lived 40 years. So I suppose yesterday the thing that I was going on about, don't remember. What I did yesterday was I watched Joe Rogan and Duncan Trussell's podcast and watched The Midnight Gospel, which is Duncan Trussell's new Netflix animated show. So that's what I've been up to. And today, the past day since the podcast, I suppose that's how I consider a day. Not morning to evening, it's between podcasts, because you're thinking what to talk about. But yeah, I just did the same thing. But luckily for you, I finished the Midnight Gospel. So there's obviously new stuff on the horizons, some new stuff to fill my mind with to get this to get some interesting things out to you. It's just a lot of talking about on Duncan Trussell at the moment about CIA type stuff. It's not very interesting. It's not the most interesting. I preferred their last podcast, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, and they were going deep into the conspiracies, and it was a bit of fun. And they've done a little bit of that. It's all about this comet. We're getting prepared for the meteor impact. There's always a comet coming. It's just fact of life. The world is always about to end. Yeah, it's just a fact of life. So what I've tried to do, I tried to get some vitamins off the internet, and they like 3D print them, and they get all the vitamins you need for to improve your quality of life. So I got some stuff to boost my immune system to try and beat the virus that I'm not encountering, but I don't know, hedge your bets, I guess. And it does all sorts. Male fertility is a advantage of this vitamins stuff that I got. So yeah, that's good. What they do is you fill out a questionnaire about your life, sleeping habits, exercise, and then they get the 7 mineral vitamins that would best suit your life to improve the quality of life and everything. And then they 3D print each ingredient that's some vitamin or thing that's got loads of goodness in it, and they 3D print it into layers. So that's how they do it, and it's a pretty fun experience. So we oh no, give me a second here. Got some technical difficulties. Well, give it a second. Yeah, this doesn't usually happen. We're usually a professional setup, of course. Everything seems to work all the time, and yeah, obviously, this will get back up and running. Yeah, so that was pretty good. So we've got this nourished situation happening, and yeah, is this company called Nourished, and they 3D print the minerals and vitamins that you need, and then I'm gonna eat it, and obviously I'm gonna be like Popeye with my spinach, and I'm gonna have really big biceps and save the day and have a bit more energy and sleep better. That's the idea. So I tried one at lunchtime. I was anticipating that it might be complete disgusting taste. If that makes sense. It's just like a disgusting taste because it's good for you. But they've like crammed loads of flavourings and everything in there that it more or less tastes okay. It tastes like a bad sweet, but it's still a sweet. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with the outcome there. Yeah, so I've eaten it, and I've got 27 more of them to eat. The little jelly 3D printed stuff, that I eat them every day. Obviously, my life's just gonna improve sevenfold or something. It's just gonna improve. It's gonna escalate into craziness. So I got sent a video that was interesting about the world currency, something to do with Federal Reserve and how the money is backed up by the government or the banking, and how they just have to keep on injecting money into the system in order to keep up with the everything going on. I don't understand it. So like the financial crash, when everything crashes, they just make a load more money so to bail out the banks. And there's some sort of corruptness where they lend people money that they don't have. So they lend people the money that they don't have, which somehow creates a situation where they need to create money. So basically there's like inflation, and money is just gonna the economy is just gonna collapse or something, particularly with this coronavirus. So the idea is just having a replacement for that. And my friend sent me a video, and it was all about Bitcoin, how that was going to replace everything. And well, maybe not Bitcoin, but definitely some sort of cryptocurrency. I don't fully understand it, but it's all secure. It's decentralized, so it's not controlled by it's not controlled by one body. It's controlled by everybody. So that's why everything is better, because you don't get this corruptness, and there's a fixed amount of money, so you don't get inflation and stuff like that. So so like Bitcoin, they're currently like mining Bitcoin, but there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin in circulation. So that means that it's a more stable system or something like that. So there's cryptocurrency. So obviously I've got this app for Bitcoin and stuff, but there's loads of cryptocurrency. Another one is Ethereum. That's supposed to be good. I don't really understand which is better. Obviously, you don't know which one's what the world's going to gravitate towards to replace real money. Like when the economy collapses, it might be these systems are the only stuff that has value. So, and it talks about like how people have mobile phones across the world, and cryptocurrency could enable everyone to have their own bank in their own phone. So you don't need to have like banking in poor areas, and everyone can have an income. But it's like crazy because it started off, you could buy a Bitcoin for say like $1, really cheap, and then now it's like £6,000 because it's gone up in value, which is pretty cool. But obviously you don't have to buy one Bitcoin, you can just have like a fraction of the Bitcoin, so you can still invest in Bitcoin. So my idea is to invest in I don't know how much money, I don't really have much money, but just to invest a little bit, because my thought is if I have like $1 in some random cryptocurrency and then it goes completely viral, maybe not like the coronavirus like that, but just like it catches on and the whole world's using it, my dollar might turn into $1 million, £1 million, or something like that. So there's lots to be happy about, really, and hoping that I can get on and be part of the cryptocurrency solution to the money of the world being bad, because it's not stable, and this cryptocurrency is going to be stable. So I don't know for sure if Bitcoin's necessarily going to be the thing that replaces everything, whether it will be something else like Ethereum, or there'll just be different ones. But I just hope that if I invest in if I put $1 in like 20 different ones, and then also invest a bit more in the more popular ones, then I've got a chance of the smaller companies, the $1 ones, like inflating like Bitcoin and stuff, and then you hope, and there's all this talk about Bitcoin going up. It's not like a good idea of like, definitely it's not, if you had like 10 grand in the bank, it's not good to turn that into thinking, oh, I'll make that 20 grand by the end of the year. That's not how it works, because it might go down to 2 grand, it might destabilize. But it's just the thought of having like the future in your pocket sort of stuff. So when everything runs out, then we can have a backup currency, and we can all more or less get by. So that's the idea behind the cryptocurrency decentralization. So I watched that video. Yeah, if I think about it, there's lots of things in life, not necessarily so many things in my life. I just might as well go hardcore on the Bible, really. Might as well just read that Bible and just go to church and just get deep into that. It's just bored, really. Just might as well. It's like having a hobby, really. Just get into the religion side of things. Yeah, that's what because one of my reasons for going to church was I just wanted to meet people. Wasn't getting out of the house, wasn't meeting people. So it's nice to have these the occasional Zoom meeting where you can talk to people, and I like that, and look forward to it. Get my questions ready, get my analysis of everything ready, and get the interpretation of my life story, like with God and Jesus, and just testimonial, try not to say a negative word, testimonies, good stuff, and just really dive deep into the world of God and stuff. I've already got somewhere with it. I'll show this at the end of the video, but I might as well show it now. I'll show it in every video. Got it yesterday. Get in focus. Yep. Is it in focus? An Unbelievable God by Peter Newing. There's my book. It's on the latest. So I wrote a book. It's just it's just it's pretty chilled out, pretty low key, just writing books and getting everything sorted and everything. Yeah. So what can I say? There is a certain excitement in life, obviously. Yeah, excitement. What am I gonna do today? I'm gonna, gonna Bible my life away. I've never done it. I could actually read the Bible. It's pretty big. It's got lots in it. Could read that Bible, That is an option. And it's an exciting thing that I could do. But for the time being, what I'll do is I will just upload this video. Yeah. It's a live stream, so I don't have to upload it. It's not simple, but it's easier than like making dancing videos, trying to edit them. And yeah, back in my youth, how old was I? 16? Yeah, it doesn't seem that long ago. Never mind. Our time just flies by. You get to a stage in life where you realise that 5 years, it's not that much, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm no longer in primary school. How did that happen? It's just time just actually contributes to your age. It gets to that stage because when you're young, you're young, you're always young, and like, flip, I'm an adult. How did that happen? Bother. What a bother. I'm an adult, and it's just, okay, what now? Bitcoin. Yeah. The halving is about, or the halvening. The halving is about the amount of Bitcoin that's being mined is going to get halved. So that sometimes makes the Bitcoin go up in value crazily. So that's happening in May. So I'll get my Bitcoin and then sell it after the halving, probably. It's probably a sensible thing to do, or just keep it. That'd be a difficult decision. If you've got Bitcoin and it's valuable, you might as well keep it. Yep. It'd be nice if I just had a big supply of Bitcoin. Obviously it's not a physical object, but big supply of Bitcoin, and I can just whenever I need like £100 in my life for the rest of my life, because I've got this big pile of money, I just I'll just get it off my Bitcoin interest, and I can just pay the rent, Won't have to work, won't have to do anything really. Yeah, but it's good to have hobbies, aspirations, things to do in your day, like writing a book, or reading a book, reading my book, please, and stuff like that. Yeah, there's things, there's lots of things. I just think that you gotta do stuff in your day, and I am doing stuff in my day. I think there is variety in my day. Different things do happen, so I can't be downbeat saying, nothing ever happens. Things do happen, even though they're similar things. But when you're watching a conversation and the conversation's different, like, that's cool. Like, I'm about to watch a sermon. I'm gonna watch the Sunday service that I was definitely awake for, and I'm gonna watch it. First time, second time, stuff like that. And then I'll be reading the Bible, probably low-key, just reading that Bible, getting good morals and getting a feel for just genuine, just like prosperity and mindfulness and peace, and just getting a feel for for what's a good thing to do. Read that Bible, I would say. Yeah, just read. I haven't read it in a long time. I don't know if I've. The last time I sat down and read the Bible was when I was reading Revelation, and that's not the best. Food for thought. Anyway, I won't talk about that. It's not part of my care plan. Yeah, that's said enough, really. It's just Joe Rogan and Duncan Trussell. What were they talking about? A barcode in your arm, just boop. I was just I'm not doing that. Like, how far am I going to go? Am I going to get this coronavirus vaccine? Probably. Everyone else has got it, but then am I also going to have the app on my phone that says I can go places? It's a slippery slope. I'm gonna eventually just be, I don't want to have that barcode in my body. I don't want to have link up with the computer and experience reality as a simulation. Don't want to do any of that. Yeah. That Midnight Gospel cartoon, it's just animation. Very cool. I like it. I like it very much. I did a good last episode. Extra long. Longer than usual. That's how I like it. To fit in storyline and everything. It's a good episode. And they talked about something interesting. Just all these people say, oh yeah, I'm comfortable with death. I'm comfortable with my immortality. I have peace with it and it liberates me. And I just haven't got to that stage yet. I haven't matured enough as a person to think I'm going to die. I haven't quite got there yet. As it stands, I don't think I'm going to die. I'm deluded. I'm just delusional. There was a time where I thought, yeah, I'm going to die when I'm old. I just thought, well, what if I don't want to? Like, what about the world situation might change, They might find that death just isn't a necessary condition of life and you can just carry on. I don't know. Will I die? It's up in the air at the moment. I'm not. That's how I deal with my own mortality. How I deal with the fact that I'm going to die is to be delusional and to not think it's going to happen. It works for me. Whatever takes your fancy. Some people are uncomfortable with death and want to live as long as possible and stuff like that. But then other people are like, yeah, I'm going to heaven. Whatever that was. I'm going to heaven and I'm gonna just live on forever. And I've basically got that mindset. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I just think we can figure it out. When we're 80 and we're dying in our care home, we'll just lay out the paperwork. We'll just have my birth certificate and my passport and my driving license, and we'll just knuckle down, deal with my admin, and deal with my finances, and we'll just come up with some sort of solution to it all that we can find a way not to die. I can figure it out. I've done maths. Maths was such a part of my identity. I was like, yeah, I'm a mathematician. I live and breathe maths. It's just a little world where I could feel comfortable plussing numbers together and get the right answer and feel good about myself. Seems like a lifetime ago now. Speaking, I'm such an old person. Like, oh yeah, my schooling days all wasn't that a thought? Wasn't that a memory? Just all that maths. I was like maths. I thought I was good at it, and teachers thought I was good at it. Maybe I should have left that part out. I was good at it, and it's just like, yeah, it's just maths, and I thought I was amazing and great. And then you realise, what was it for? I don't use maths in my day-to-day life. You notice how in these podcasts I don't go through the particulars of algebra and stuff, because it's useless. You know, I suppose it's useful for building bridges, but I don't want to build bridges. It's useful for going to space. I don't want to go to space. It's useful. It's got its benefits. The old maths to the world and how everything operates, and just you realise that the maths that you do is just useless. You get stuck in the world, and the fact that I did all my A levels, like meanwhile other people were learning history and psychology and philosophy and ethics, and getting a real taste of what the world's like, and they're writing essays, and they're, you know, building up their wisdom and intelligence, and this is all going on in the exact same school as me just thinking, oh, aren't I clever doing my numbers and stuff. And then now that I've finished it all, I realised that I'm not going to do numbers forever because I don't want to. I just, like, what was it all for? Like, you can think, oh, what was school for? What did I learn? Like, you learn how to read, write, you learn words, and you learn lots of stuff, and has enabled you to be a sociable person and enjoy your friends and family's company, and it's valuable. And history is important, geography, learn about the world, humanity, learn all sorts about nature and English and poetry and all this stuff. And then this sore thumb sticks out among it all, the completely useless world of algebra that has nothing to do with anything apart from itself, really. You don't need it for Tesco's. It's like just, you know, having a nice time at the till, and you needed that GCSE level C, level 4, whatever, in maths to get that job, and you learnt how to do numbers and stuff when you were 8 in primary school, when they had the cash and we were counting it, and you got that sorted and everything. And then you were shoved in the classroom for 5 years, learning how to you know, work out the area of a trapezium. Last time I checked, the banknotes that we use to count money are useless when you consider them as the area, and particularly if you chop up the sides, make it into a trapezium, it devalues the currency. So all these mathematical tricks that we learned for secondary school had no, just completely pointless. You just need to add and subtract. And then when you really figure it out, you've got a till that does all the numbers for you. So all you really need to be able to do is see a number of the amount of change and take cash from the register. I would find it's difficult. That's because I've spent too long up my own bottom looking at calculus. But, you know, metaphor, you know, not literally. Anyway, so you just need to add up to the change to get the cash. So £5.75, £5 note, a 50p coin, 20p coin, 5p coins are garbage, so I go for 2p's, 1p, £5.75. Here you go, in this awkward hand parcel of note and coins that you have no idea how to put into your wallet easily, so you just sort of eat it. This is me in pubs fiddling around with a wallet for 5 minutes. It's just yeah, that's what they were talking about. Joe. Yeah, so maths, it's just pointless. I think maths is the least useful subject, and I did it full time for like A levels and stuff. Don't know why. Oh well, time wasted, I suppose, but I liked it, so because it made me feel good. Anyway, so this is diversion really on the point here. The point's been and gone. So here's another point. So the idea of the wallet fiddling around is like complicated. Can't be bothered to get my bank card out and do the contactless. So Joe Rogan was talking about in the future how I can't be bothered with the wallet. I'm just gonna have a barcode in me, so I can just go boop with my wrist, and that's scary stuff. Prophetic, bad stuff really. So I don't want to have a barcode in my wrist or my head or anywhere really. So I'm just going to be able to, I'm just going to have to grow vegetables in the garden when I can't go to the shops, and barcode into the entrance so I confirm I don't have coronavirus, and barcode to get the groceries. I won't be able to do that, so I'll just be eating my lifetime supply of canned foods that I've obviously am going to get. That's the thing now that we know this whole lockdown thing is possible, like for my whole adult life, if I ever go shopping or anything and I see some things that are going to last for 25-year shelf life, this is like online shopping really, well, I'm just going to get that, aren't I, and just stock it up and think, like, oh yeah, I'm 50, my life expectancy is probably I'll probably live till I'm 90 if I'm lucky. So 50, I've got 40 years. I've got 2,000 years worth of canned food because I've been panic buying for the last 30 years ever since the coronavirus, and that'll be me. And I'll have a whole house filled to the brim with tuna and mackerel and canned foods and stuff, and I'll just be able to survive on that. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't get to the stage. It will do, but the barcode in your body, it's bad enough if you needed it. Like the whole thing of having an app on your phone and having to take it with you everywhere, so to pay for stuff, being forced to carry a phone so people know where you are all the time. They could probably already do that sort of stuff, but they're not meant to. But if there's some government scheme to have an app on the phone, so when you're walking past infecting others and people infecting you with coronavirus, it's just a slippery slope, and I'll probably just not go outside. Not that it's going to change my lifestyle anyway. Anyway, I just thought the cup of tea at the beginning of this podcast that I had before would see me through to the end, but it's just talking this whole time is making me thirsty. So the rest of this day, I'll walk through my life really. It's interesting. So the rest of the day, I'm gonna watch church service online. I don't know if I'll watch the whole thing or just watch the preach. Probably just watch the preach because I'm a busy man, if you can call me busy or a man, and moderately entertained adolescent. Busy man, and so I'll watch that thing and then read my book that I've got. I try not to share it too many times, but there's my book, there's my name. Read my book. I've read it, but I want to read the physical book without the spelling mistakes. When well, there's less of them. So yeah. We'll forget about that book, really. It'll be on the shelf and I'll be like, oh yeah, fancy that book that I went on about for a couple of weeks. No, don't be silly. I go think about that book every day of my life. It's not a leaflet. It's not a leaflet because even though it's a very small, thin book, it's not a leaflet because the edge is I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. The edge is actually got like an, I don't know, this camera's crazy. Well, I'll just tell you, even if you can't see it, it's got an edge to it, like a flat edge. So a leaflet would fold in. It's actually got a flat edge. See how good my camera is. Can we get that in focus? Anyway, this is a podcast, not a. Let's get something in focus. Anyway, so that's the level of quality of my camera equipment. Yeah. Anyway, at least we've got a camera that more or less works. Even if it can't get stuff in focus, but some cameras, you see some YouTubers got this high quality camera, high definition, but it keeps on popping in and popping out of focus. That's the most annoying thing ever. And I tried a couple of lenses. Yeah, I've got more than one lens, and one of the lenses just kept on popping in and out of focus when I was just sitting still. So that was very annoying. So yeah, as lockdown, coronavirus, just staying inside, making the most out of life, and barely managing it, really. I want days to be different. They are different. I'm going to go really deep into the Bible. That's what I'm going to read, the Bible. Not the whole thing, just the blurb. I don't know. We're desperate times, yeah. Yeah, desperate times. We're just Bible study. This is the future now. This is the Corona times. Rona times. I like it, really. God and stuff. It's good. Write a book about God and then just realise that, yeah, there definitely is a God. 100%, no doubt. I didn't have that moment today, so thinking, what if I'm wrong? Yeah, that didn't cross my mind at all. God definitely exists all the time. Very good. Okay, I'll keep this short and sweet. Thank you for watching. We'll try and keep these up and running, this podcast, and just pop in now and again and see me talk about my day and life, and we'll get some we'll get some guests on here in like a year. I don't know. Something will turn up. We'll get some guests and we'll talk to them, interview people, and yeah, and I don't know. I'm just talking rubbish. I want this. It's a bit of practice, really. You know, just interesting stuff. Me talking by myself and everything. So we'll just do that for now, and then 200 episodes time. I will have a guest, no doubt. Be talking, have the split screen, talking about stuff. I don't know how I'm going to get a guest on my podcast. We'll see. I don't even know if I've got the technical abilities to do it, to do it remotely. How some people do it with Zoom. It's very complicated. Maybe it's easy. We probably need to like get a premium account or something. I don't know. Anyway, so podcasting, we'll keep it going, talk about stuff, join me when you can, and we will hopefully cover some interesting topics and obviously solve all the world's problems. So I'll be here tomorrow, similar time, 3 to 4 o'clock roughly, and see you then, really. Okay. I don't know if this was a good podcast, never mind. Maybe tomorrow will be. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for listening, thank you for watching. Instagram at the Pete... I'm saying the wrong thing. Instagram at Peter Newing. Book An Unbelievable God by Peter Newing, Newing. Twitter at the Pete Repeater. Follow me, read my book. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching. Appreciate the time here. Till next time. Bye for now.